Hey everybody, I'm CrazyCat42 and welcome to Trivia Time. Today I'm going to talk about the Fire Emblem from the Fire Emblem series. Now some of you might be probably wondering, what exactly is the Fire Emblem? Well, it's a shield, and a stone, and a medallion, and a bunch of other stuff. You see, there are 11 games in the Fire Emblem series, not counting remakes, and they are split into 5 different groups based on which continent they take place on. Each continent has its own Fire Emblem with different powers and stuff, and I'm going to explain each Fire Emblem to you one by one. So without further ado, let's get on with the show. First up, we have the Arcania series, and the Fire Emblem of that world is called the Shield of Seals. The Shield of Seals was forged by Naga from one of her fangs, and she used it to seal away the Earth Dragons who were trying to destroy the world. After Naga's death, the seal was stolen by a thief named Adra, who then sold the gemstones to make lots of money, which unknowingly weakened the seal on the Earth Dragons. Adra later used the money to form the Kingdom of Arcania, keeping the seal, now renamed the Fire Emblem, as a royal treasure. Sometime after the seal was renamed, a curse was put on it, dooming all its wielders to misery. In the Arcania series games, the Shield of Seals is often wielded alongside Falchion by main characters Marth and Chrom, against their respective nemesis, Medeus in Marth's case, and Grima in Chrom's case, who are both dragons. Fire Emblem Gaiden is the only game in the Arcania series that does not have the Shield of Seals play a role in the story. This is due to this game being taking place on the continent of Valentia, which is the neighbouring continent of Arcania. In the Jugdal series, the Fire Emblem is the crest of the House of Veldhomer. While it is not physically shown, it is briefly mentioned in the epilogue of Genealogy of the Holy War by the successor of the Veldhomer family as being the family's crest, although in that instance it is called the Emblem of Flame instead of the usual Fire Emblem. It is described as a mark of justice, and after the crimes committed by Veldhomer during the game, the successor wishes it can be called that name again in the future. In the Aleb series, the Fire Emblem is the Imperial Seal of the Kingdom of Bern. During a great war known as the Scouring, the hero Hartmut used the Fire Emblem alongside the Sword of Seals to defeat the demon dragon Aiden, and then he sealed the sword away using the seal, so the sword can only be unsealed when the Fire Emblem is placed in it. In Fire Emblem Blazing Sword, the seal is needed for Prince Zephyr to be legally declared the heir to the throne of Bern, but was stolen by the Black Fang under orders from King Desmond, who does not want his son to succeed him. Queen Helen then orders Eliwood and friends to retrieve the Fire Emblem, and in return she tells them where the Shrine of Seals is located. In Fire Emblem Binding Blade, Zephyr, now King of Bern, uses the Fire Emblem to unseal Aiden, and then starts attacking the other nations. The Fire Emblem eventually finds its way into the hands of Roy, who uses it to unseal the Sword of Seals, and uses it to defeat Aiden and Zephyr. Next up is the Magbell series, and the Fire Emblem of that series is the Sacred Stone of the Kingdom of Grotto. The Sacred Stones are a group of 5 treasures that were used by the 5 heroes to seal away the Demon King long ago. The Sacred Stone of Grotto is the one that his soul was kept in, and thus, since it burned with its rage, it was renamed the Fire Emblem. Before the events of the game, Emperor Vagard of Grotto died, and his son, Leon, believing he couldn't rule Grotto on his own, attempted to use the Fire Emblem to bring his father back to life, but unfortunately, Leon was possessed by the Demon King, and Vagard was brought back as a mindless puppet. They then waged war on the other countries, trying to destroy all the Sacred Stones, so the Demon King could be revived. Main characters Erika and Ephraim attempted to stop Leon from destroying the Sacred Stones, but he destroyed 3 of them anyway. Erika and Ephraim then used the remaining Sacred Stone to seal away the Demon King once and for all. Finally, with the Tellius series, with its Fire Emblem, it's called Laran's Medallion. 780 years before the events of Radiant Dawn, Ashra, the goddess of order, decided to destroy her counterpart Yune, for she thought Yune blemished her perfection and the peace in the world. However, Laran, Ashra's closest consultant, asked her not to do so, and to instead seal Yune into a bronze medallion instead. Ashra finally agrees to counsel under one condition, that if there is no war on Tellius for the next 1000 years, she would allow Yune to be freed and to reunite with her. However, if the Bjork and Lagoos are not able to keep the peace this time, Ashra will destroy the existing world immediately. However, if she would be waked instead by the Gladder of release, she promised to first have counsel with Yune before acting. To stop the Bjork and Lagoos from warring, Yune is later said to be a dark god who will destroy the world if it wakes. Because of the chaotic energies that radiate from the medallion, it was renamed the Fire Emblem. Several years before Path of Radiance, Mad King Ashnod obtains Loran's medallion and plans to pitch Tellius into war by freeing the Dark God. To do so, he kidnaps Lilia, a Harem princess from the clan of the Serenes, to sing the Gladder of Release to release Yune. A young woman named Alina sees the well-being of Lilia. However, Lilia is unable to release Yune from the medallion as her powers have faded due to exhaustion. Lilia then passes the words of the melody to Alina and gives her the medallion and passes away. Alina then flees from the temple with the plan to bring the medallion back to the Serenes, but her and her husband, Grail, have to flee from the Daean army for several years and finally find refuge in Gallia. One day, Grail unintentionally touches the medallion, which drives him insane to the point where he kills Alina. The medallion is thus left in the hands of Mist, Alina's daughter, who inherited her mother's ability to touch the medallion without going insane. In Radiant Dawn, during the finale of Part 3, the chaotic energy of the medallion increases due to the fighting, until eventually Mist, Raisin, Raphael, and Liana collapse. Mist devises to wake the Dark God of the Gladder release instead of doing nothing, so Micaiah, at this moment already possessed by Yune, sings the Gladder and Yune is freed. Although Ashra promised first to discuss her plans with Bjork and Laguz with Yune, she immediately judges them by turning almost every single inhabitant of Tellius into stone. Yune and the remaining spared by the judgment decide to face Ashra in the Tower of Guidance. And with that, I've now explained every version of the Fire Emblem. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time on Trivia Time. Hey guys, if you liked the video, give it a big old thumbs up, and if you want to see some more of my videos, click on one of the thumbnails on the screen.